How can you choose an appropriate display for a data set? Think about this question during the lesson. Kyra is learning how to play the flute and research the costs of different handmade Chinese bamboo flutes. How should she display the numerical data to show that $45 is a reasonable price to pay for a flute? Step 1. Evaluate the data set. Are there any outliers in the data set?
Select your answer.
Because of the outlier at 80, choose the median and the interquartile range to describe the data. A box and whisker plot is a good choice to display the data because it is easy to see the IQR and median values. Step 2. Draw the box plot. Step 3. Analyze and draw conclusions from the data. The line in the box shows the median price of the bamboo flutes, $45. The IQR, represented by the box itself, is 17 5/10. This means the middle 50% of the flutes are priced within $17.50 of each other. $45 is a reasonable price for the flutes.
Kyra collects data on the costs of maracas. $12.50, $13, $13.25, $14.25, $14.50, $14.50, $14.50, $14.75, $15.75, $16, $16.50. Explain why a stem and leaf plot would be an appropriate display to use to analyze and interpret the data.
One reason that the stem and leaf plot would be an appropriate display would be on a stem and leaf plot, it displays the data in order from least to greatest, which would be a very simple way to easily look at the data and decide or calculate the range, which is usually what you have to do when looking at data.
Diego wants to display the data he collected on paddleboard purchases at the local surf shop in order to compare the popularity of the different types of boards. Which display makes comparing the popularity of each type of paddleboard easiest?
Here's the data for the paddleboard type and then the number of paddleboards purchased. You have bar charts and circle graphs are best for displaying categorical data to visualize each category of data and compare the data. So we have a circle graph here. It's useful when comparing categories of data or each category to the whole. So you have it broken apart, usually different colors and percents. Bar graphs are also useful when comparing categories to each other by showing the exact amount. So each bar represents the exact number of the different types that were purchased, which is also an easy display of data to read. So Diego displays the data using a circle graph because circle graphs display percentages to compare the popularity to the whole. So if you want to know the majority of people who like a certain thing, percentages usually used. So circle graphs already use percentages, which makes that easy to read.
Diego wants to determine the most popular size paddleboard. Is a bar chart or a circle graph the better choice for the given data? Explain.
So here it's asking which is better, a bar chart or circle graph. So if he wants to determine the most popular size, I think using a circle graph would be good, because it will show the percentages of the ones that most people choose to purchase. I guess there could be an argument for either one being the best, because you can also say that a bar chart would be the better choice, because it has each type categorized and it shows the exact amount of each that was purchased. So, I mean, I guess the bar chart would be better because it shows that exact amount versus the percentages. Because what if the percentages are close? You want to know the exact difference between two categories. So I guess the bar graph would indeed be the better choice when showing this data for the most popular size board.
The Melendez family wants to move somewhere warm with low variability in temperatures. Which data display will help them decide which location better fits their criteria?
So you have Florida monthly temperatures in Fahrenheit and Arizona monthly temperatures in Fahrenheit. A box plot shows the median temperature and a visual display of the range and variability of the temperatures. The Melendez family can use box plots to display this data. Here is a box plot of Florida, and it is showing the data. The range of monthly temperatures in Florida is 20, so they took the least at 70, the greatest temperature at 90, and when you subtract that, that equals the range of 20. And then the IQR is 15. That's when you take your lower quartile and upper quartile, sometimes called quarter 1 and quarter 3 quartile, and subtracting those two numbers, and then that gives you your IQR of 15 for Florida. Then you have Arizona here, and same thing, they have the range of the data at 40, and then the IQR from here to here at 28. Both the range and the IQR show that monthly temperatures in Florida vary less than monthly temperatures in Arizona. Florida might meet the needs of the Melendez family better than Arizona.
Part A. What type of graph can you use to display and compare the given data? Explain.
The data given here is comparing the weather of Portland, Oregon, and Miami, Florida by category. So you have the fog, rain, sunshine, wind. Whenever you see categories like that, circle graphs, bar graphs are good ways to graph data. So I would say either one of those would be a good option because they are using categories here. Let's look at B.
Part B. Which type of data display will help you compare the weather at both locations to determine the best destination for a bicycling vacation in April? Explain.
So in this way of comparing the weather for both locations, a circle graph would be the better option here because it would allow you to easily see the number of sunny days to the total number of days in the month for each destination. And then you can decide which destination is more likely to have the most days with sunshine for bicycling.